What's up YouTube? This is Rambo coming to you today with another Think Like Rambo video. Today we're going to be looking at search and destroy. I haven't done many search and destroy videos in the past, mostly because it's really hard to teach people how to play search and destroy because it's mostly a team game. A lot of things I feel that are mostly a misconception about search and destroy in this community is the fact that everyone seems to believe this is a game type about individual plays and such, but it's really about team plays and understanding of how your team's positioning. And obviously you have to make individual plays. I'm not saying you aren't, but in most aspects it's about positioning, and that's how you make individual plays, is by pretty much cutting off choke points and watching your teammates and watching their position. So today I got a video for you guys. It's going to be a pretty good round for me, obviously. So I'm going to be showing you guys how this went. Mainly at the start of the round, where obviously this is we're down 0-1 in the map. No score streaks are involved so far or anything, so it's just going to be about pretty much just raw play like normal S&D is. So as you can see off break, I'm going towards the silo part with, I believe, Crim6 is behind me with an AR, so we called out nothing. So as of right now, as you can see, actually 2 of my teammates died, so this is a 2v4 situation. Now I'm going to cheat and look at the minimap. Obviously, I didn't have this access to this while we were playing. So if you look at the positioning right now, I believe my teammates called out there was 2 guys, so they saw, as you can see on the minimap as well, you can see two players actually shot. So I know at least 2 players, but normally in a full-on A rush, the standard play is 3 guys inside watching each choke points and 1 guy in the flank watching the bag. So pretty much what I have to make a decision right now, it's a 2v4 situation. So in a 2v4 situation, when you're in a position like I am right now, which I'm positioned right in the middle of the map, so I'm pretty close to A. I have an opportunity to push inside A before they settle down and get set up, because in their minds right now, as you can see, they're making a full-on push towards our base, which is a mistake on their part, because if you do kill the people inside A, the other 2 players are normally at B side, so it's going to either take them a little while to come back towards their spawn, or they'll cut through middle and try and flank. So I make a balanced move here. I'm going to push through middle and actually get behind players. So right here, this is my first look at A. I didn't see anything inside A. So this tells me 2 things. Either they're going to be sitting on their staircase right here in front of me, or either on my left side, or they pretty much all push towards A and trying to flank our base. As you can see, my teammates is on our base side, and he's going to play that patience. So the fact that he isn't pushing, in and he's not seeing anything come out of there tells me that at least 2 or 3 players that were inside A are focusing either middle, that was right behind me after I got by, or on our doorway on the other side. So let's see how I keep going. So I keep going, I'm pushing down low, and this situation changes every time, guys. This is what you have to understand. So at this point, 1 player was planning. This tells me that at least 1 player was watching middle and 1 player is watching either side. Either decide I'm going to come up on, or decide that was our base. Most likely he was watching our side of the base because people rotate back from the side. So, and he didn't really expect anyone coming from slang because there's probably most likely a player behind me watching. And as you see right now, there you go. I pretty much walked by right a player. So I got a bit lucky there walking by him. Those are plays that aren't really controllable to a certain extent. But let's keep watching the video here. I pretty much pre-aim in. I see 1 in the back right and 1 in the back left. So this is where the veteran plays come in. In my opinion, this is where pro players and amateur players differ. Some players would have went for that first shot across. Some players would have been patient or too patient. And pretty much I pretty much waited until the perfect time to get my kills here. I pretty much walk up behind Killa here. I make sure I'm going to get the kill on Killa, and I pretty much knew where the other guy is, so he pops out and challenges, and I get the kill as well. So now it's a 2-on-2 situation. The situation changes a lot. The good thing about this situation as well is the fact that there is 35 seconds on the clock, and I'm pretty much right next to my teammate. So I'm in a trading position with my teammate, which in this situation, they do have the bomb planet, so we don't really want to trade kills. We kind of want to get that first kill, and then 1 guy goes for the defuse, the other guy's trying to protect, which is pretty much the standard play for trying to clutch around. But pretty much bringing it to a 2-on-2 this fast into that bomb plant is a huge factor to this round and how this again in this round is going to go. So we still have 35 seconds. So I reload my weapon, and my teammate went up the ladder there. Actually, Crim6, the situation changes again. Crim6 went up the ladder and died to Karma. So now it's a 1v2 situation. I killed the guy watching the front. I killed the guy watching, pretty much two guys watching the front, actually. One of them was probably watching the middle. So at this point, there's 33 seconds left. It's either I'm going to go around towards the left, go back up middle, or wait for Karma to come down if he is going to come down. So for me to walk up right up this ladder right here would be kind of retarded because he just killed a guy up there. So either Karma thinks I went back towards his base, which was, I believe, Ricky's the last player alive on their side, or I was trying to play with my teammate. So at this point, I'm just going to be patient. I get pretty lucky with him rushing me there. He kind of decided to go for me. I'm not entirely sure why he made that decision, but in general, that worked out well for me as I waited. So now it's a 1v1 situation with 28 seconds left to the bomb plant. I know Ricky uses an AR. This is mostly knowledge from the game. On the first round, Ricky used an AR, and normally you'll see Ricky using an assault rifle. So that makes a big difference in my next decision. So I didn't really feel like Ricky was going to be in the circle area. If we look on the mini map, he was actually in the circle area, waiting for me to go back upstairs. My next decision here is to watch the flank area for a bit. I spent about 4 or 5 seconds here, which is actually a really bad thing for me. I pretty much wasted at least 6 or 7 seconds of my time watching a flank area. I felt like he was going to try and go around with his AR instead of trying to stay in a ring area, which is not really a place you want to be in the AR because you got to be able to maneuver around the poles. So for him to be up there, I wasn't expecting that. But the fact that I wasted 5 or 6 seconds on the bottom was actually bad for me because I helped him pretty much gain time. So now it's coming. It's almost to the you can't go back time where the 15 to 16 second mark is where you're going to be screwed. If you don't start defusing or you don't get that kill in that time, you're pretty much screwed on normally. But since it is planted inside A, it's kind of hard to like just let it be at 15 seconds. So the next decision is what's really going to clutch me this round. I go up this ladder to make sure that obviously an AR wouldn't be positioned in this kind of area, mostly because these are close range areas. And my next decision is to peek a little bit, and then I see I got 15 seconds. Again, I wasted time. I really felt like he wasn't going to be in ring. This is something I didn't expect, but this is the next decision right here. I'm going to throw my smoke on the bomb site. Reasoning to throw in a smoke on the bomb site is because he has an AR. For him to come, I'm pretty much forcing him to come to me. But you did see on the right side of my screen there, we just saw Ricky go by. This is something I did not notice. I believe Eggs pointed that out, and that's going to pretty much allow me to make the play since I position myself near the bomb, which is the important part to this gunfight. I win a gunfight, start defusing, 7.5 seconds, and I pretty much defuse it at the very, very, very last second here. As you can see, the bomb timer is actually on 0-0 there, which is kind of funny, but so that was pretty much a clutch round. That's something that you don't really should. It's not something you should see that often, especially against pro teams. But I made some really clutch decisions. Obviously, I got away with some, but that's pretty much something that's needed in search and destroy. It's always about reaction to the decision. But as you can see right there, guys, I pretty much pointed out. Every time I stopped the video. The decision making and the reaction to my decision making changed. There was always different situations arriving, and that's how you make correct decision making. You can't commit to something, and if the situation changes, keep going for that same decision that you committed to, because everything changes, and that's how you got to play. That's how you play smart. So I just want to go back to that smoke again, really fast. I don't know if I can see if that affected Ricky at all. I really want to see on Ricky's end, something I didn't really check in the video, but. As you can see here, he had to look at the bomb. As you can see, I forced him to look at the bomb in that situation. He was looking at the choke point, and he didn't know where it was. At this point, I'm looking around. He might have even spotted me running across here. Actually, he did spot me running across here. So the smoke actually made him think I was pushing the right side of that. And as you can see, I'm pushing around the pillars. And this is exactly why you don't want to be in the pillars with an assault rifle, because there's so many maneuverable angles to those pillars. So planting A is not something that's easy, not something you see very many teams do for 2 reasons. Because it's hard to push top A, and first off, obviously I'm talking about the offensive side. It's hard to push through the 2 choke points that are at A, but if you do get in, once you get in, getting that plan down, you need to make sure that you watch every choke point and stay alive in there, because as soon as it's even numbers, it's actually really, really hard to play mind games with people in the pillars. So he was pretty much forced to challenge. He missed a lot of shots there. And I ended up getting that fuse. As I was getting those shots, the really important part to talk about here is I didn't jump forward on him. I was staying pretty much on top of the bomb site every time I was shooting my gun, strafing back and forth, because the time was running out, the time was running low, and that's another part of the decision that made the clutch play. So that was it for the video today. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really shelled out a lot of information. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope I was able to enlighten some of you on search and destroy decision making. As always, please comment in the video. Tell me if there's anything I can do better or not, and I hope you guys have a good day as always, guys. Peace.